The views and opinions expressed on the following program are not necessarily those of the staff and management of Salem Media of Hawaii.
Welcome to Generations Radio, where the focus is on our seniors and their families. We are here each Saturday afternoon from 5 until 6 p.m., bringing you resourceful information with our radio team of professionals in the field of aging. Stay with us for the next 1 hour as we explore different ways to make life more exciting and meaningful for our extraordinary seniors. Right here on AM 690 The Answer. And now, here is our host and the publisher of Generations Magazine, Percy Ihara.
Good afternoon and welcome to Generations Radio. I am Percy Ihara, your host. As you know, every Saturday from 5 to 6 and Sunday from 3 to 4 here on AM 690 The Answer. And we got some great answers for you today. I'll tell you that. Just want to start right off. We have, if you ever heard of Emeritus College, you probably have not, because it's part of the Honolulu Community College campus there. And it's the old Senior Net program. And it's something that has been around for a while, actually. They just changed the name. And we have I guess, Ed, you're the director or program director?
A member volunteer.
Okay. Ed Yomimono, right?
Correct.
And welcome to the show, Ed.
Thank you.
Don't worry about it. Don't be scared. Nobody's here but you, me, and Kim, our engineers. So don't worry about that. But yeah, Emeritus College. Now, where did that come from?
Well, the Emeritus College, as I said, started off as the Senior Net, and then they grew into the Emeritus College, I think due to some kind of organizational issues. So that happened, I believe just happened about 2, maybe 3 years ago.
Yeah, I've heard of Senior Net, gosh, at least 10 years ago. You know, I've been in the senior marketplace about 11 and a half, going on 12 years now. And I remember seeing about it, hearing about it. You got some good stuff. And then I'm glad I saw you. I saw you at one of the fairs, yeah?
Yes, was that First Hawaiian?
First Hawaiian Primetime event, I believe was early this year. Yeah.
Correct.
Well, I'm glad. So you're only a volunteer at Emeritus College?
Yes. At the Emeritus College, all the instructors and all that, we're all volunteers.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
We come from all different backgrounds. There is a person that actually worked for IBM, but I think he's the most technical. The rest we have social workers. We have quite a few educators. Okay. And I think we even have a airline attendees. I can't remember what the correct...
Teaching the classes?
Yes.
Oh, good. And these classes are geared specifically really to retirees or seniors, yeah?
Yes, the classes are geared for seniors. So we take things a little slow, and we all try to work together. And the emphasis we have is that we don't teach or like a college class and lectures. We basically help you learn how to use the computers.
Well, that's great. So now let me ask you this: what is your background?
My background, I've been in information systems most of my working career. I started off as a student help computer operator at Manoa campus and sort of stayed in that area.
Oh, so you have a computer background then?
Yes.
Oh, good.
But it's really ancient. We go back to, I talk about the 80-column punch cards, and the people nowadays, I don't think can even comprehend what it is.
So you were really, actually, you started when computers kind of started in, what, 60s, 70s?
Yes, I started as a student help about the mid-60s.
Wow. And it's amazing how much has changed and grown, yeah?
Oh, definitely. At that time, I can't remember. I believe it was someone like the president of IBM said that at that time, one generation was every 5 years.
Right.
For a human being, I guess the generation is 25 years. I think now a generation is around 6 months. So.
I'll tell you, I've been in the mortgage business since 1988. And because my handwriting was so bad, filling out applications like about 89, 90, my processor, Jill, would say, you better get a computer so we can type everything in. So I actually got my first laptop in about, I think it was like 1990, and it was like a 386. I remember those numbers. It was like $2,000. And the very next month, the 486 came out. It was almost half the price. It was like, oh my God. And then I learned how to use Word. What was it? Word Perfect. And then it went to regular Word. And oh my God, it's amazing how fast. And today my smartphone here, I have Excel and Word document on my smartphone here. So it's amazing how much change has been happening. And this is what 26 years.
Oh, definitely, definitely. When I talk to people, well, definitely they don't know about the punch cards. But even when I refer to those floppy disks,
Oh, the floppy disk.
they cannot comprehend what that is either.
A 20-year-old can't comprehend what a floppy disk. They look at you like a blank face, you know.
Yeah.
Well, good. But so Emeritus College, so this was designed just for retirees and seniors, yeah?
Yes.
And just for computer classes?
It was primarily computer classes and the internet. Lately, we have been getting a lot of interest in the area of, I guess, mobile devices. Like we were focusing on iPads, and a lot of the things that I guess go on the iPad is also can be used on the iPhone. So they sort of go together. But the focus is on iPad.
And iPads is that processing system a little bit different than, let's say, a tablet? I'm not quite sure. I have an iPad, that's why.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Okay. Well, guys, if you're listening to this, you want to stick around because you're going to learn a lot about some great classes over at Honolulu Community College. And actually, it's inside there, there's what's called the Emeritus College and it's seniors computer workshop. So I'm looking here at your brochure. And guys, if you want just some simple classes, a very reasonable price, I tell everybody, take a look at these guys because they have some great programs. And the brochure, you can pick it up at Honolulu Community College. So that facility, is that in the back, you said? The Emeritus College?
No, we were in the building, and building 2. Basically, at Honolulu Community College, there's only 2 buildings, I believe, that are more than 2 stories tall.
Oh, it's
and ours goes about six stories. So there's only 2. One is the library, it houses the library, and one that the building that we're in. And the one we're in, if you're looking for it, just look for the one with the bookstore on the bottom, and we're on the 4th floor.
And where's the parking over there?
Parking? Yeah, the parking is throughout campus. There is a hourly parking rate, and it's right across. It's on Dillingham, right across when you come across from Costco.
Oh, that parking line right there? Yeah.
Yes, and I believe it's relatively cheap, not like downtown prices.
Oh, yeah.
It's about 40 cents an hour, I think.
Oh, okay. I passed by. In fact, I passed by there today. I went to Costco to pick up something for lunch there. Okay, so they park over there, walk across the street, and it's in the big building with the bookstore on the bottom.
Correct.
Now, you're on the 2nd floor?
We're on the 4th floor.
Oh, 4th floor. Yeah, I can't even remember a building with 6 floors over there. I guess there is, huh? Wow, interesting. Okay, so how does it help specifically older adults?
Well, we think it's a lot of the things that's helpful is one is the location. I think we're located at a convenient on campus. It's convenient. It's right on all the bus lines, the ones leading from downtown or going to West Oahu. Also, the facilities. We have our classrooms are all modern. They're spacious. They're air conditioned, and it's convenient to go from the elevator to our facilities.
And most of your classes I notice here are daytime.
Yes.
All of them daytime.
Yes.
Good.
The classes are generally in the morning. We have and I'll go over it later. We have open lab on Wednesdays and Fridays, and a lot of the classes that we teach will be taught on Wednesday morning and Friday morning, so that the students can come back in the afternoon and go through the open lab and work with each other, and the instructor would also be at the open lab to help you.
Oh, I see.
Sort of on a one-on-one basis.
So you see, these are senior classes for seniors, but you can be 30 years old, can't you, to go in?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Because I'm noticing here here's one I would love to use. Besides, for you beginners out there, there's Internet Your First Experience. I like that name. That's a good one. But I noticed one here, how to do address labels. Everybody talks about address labels. I gotta know how to. Kim, our engineer, is like, yeah. Scanning photos. Wow, that's a good one. But anyway, so let me ask you. Here's a big question: do I need to bring my own computer?
No, we have computers. We have 18 the newest computers.
Now these are desktop.
These are desktop, but if you when you look at it, it's the screens are like, I would say 18 inches by 24 inches. So we have a pretty large screen. It's a brand new one that have you can use all your
Wow.
touch features, so you can work at it using the traditional mouse, or you can just work at it using a keyboard, or you can use the touch screen.
Now these are Apple or IBM compatible?
These are all IBM compatible.
Okay.
They're all Microsoft. They run.
Okay.
We run the new Windows 8.1.
Wow. So you have no Apple computers?
No, we don't.
Okay. That's such a different animal, isn't it? For people in the professional world that use IBM, like for me, all my career, a couple of my friends, in fact, our art director and our editor all have Apple computers because they're in the graphic world, and a lot of literary people and marketing people have those kind of computers, but they're a whole nother world, yeah. Apple computers.
Oh yes, yes, yes. I'm
You might want to
not.
think about that, though. I don't know how many seniors want to use an Apple computer. I mean, iPad's a little different, but yeah, I'm glad you're using IBM. Yeah.
Yeah, it's sort of more. I guess more popular might be the word. The Microsoft products as opposed to the Apple. But I do know that a lot of your educators use Apples.
You're right. Most of in fact, all the DOE. And I
Yes.
think a lot of the college people have. Why? I'm wondering why that is that.
I'm not sure. I have difficulty learning Microsoft, so I
Oh.
just stay with that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's so many new programs here. So you can go into the class. You don't have to bring your own computer because you don't want to lug around a computer,
Correct.
right?
Correct.
Well, it's good.
Well, we generally ask if you bring one of those flash drives, so whatever you do in the on our computer can be saved onto your flash drive, so you can take it to other computers or bring it back into our office. Because the way the equipment is configured is when you turn the computer off, there's a certain segment that is always protected.
Oh,
Everything else is deleted, because if we don't do that and people keep on saving, eventually
Yeah.
we'll come to the point where
the hard drive.
the hard drive will get filled up and there'll be some causing some problems.
Oh, do you guys ever use the cloud? If not to get too technical, but I know a lot of people are using the cloud now.
I think we've had discussions as more and more people focus in on that iPad type and the mobile devices. We're starting to look at iCloud is becoming again more, I guess, popular, in a sense that if you start using your iPhone and your iPad and your computer at home, and you want to start synchronizing all these things so that you can look at your email from at home on your computer, or your iPad sitting down watching TV, or using your iPhone out somewhere else, you need something to at least keep everything together.
Yeah, because all the Apple products don't have a USB port, so you can't use your thumb drive,
Correct.
right?
Correct.
So, not to get too technical, if you're listening to our show here, some basic, good, great computer classes over at Honolulu Community College's Emeritus College, and they're all computer workshops. So, in your classroom, about how many people are in your classroom?
We generally have about maybe a dozen, 10 to a dozen. We haven't been having that many students lately. We're not sure why. Therefore, we're hoping that with the advent of being in, I think, next month's Generation
Yes,
magazine.
you'll be in our August, September issue.
Yeah. In addition to this talk show, that maybe we can become more visible to the general public. I think once people know about us, I think that there's going to be a lot of interest in coming over, because we do focus around seniors. And I've always kiddingly told senior people that come over and with us, because we're all seniors and we know how tough it is to learn these things, and we're all not familiar with a lot of these things, so we all can move together.
Yeah, it's always better because you have the experience. Yeah, and you'll take their time. Because I've seen classes taught by younger kids, and they don't have the patience, nor do they understand that they're working with an older person that may not know really how to turn. I mean, I know Carol Kai has computer classes on the summers, and they even as to how to turn it on, computer on, how to set up an account. But I know your classes here, you have classes on email, Excel, Word documents, some basic classes, but you have some intermediate classes as well.
Yes, we generally go through a cycle per semester. We start off at the beginning with the very basic classes, that how to use a computer, introduction to what's that, Windows, and so that this sort of sets the prerequisites to the more intermediate and advanced courses that you might want to go and create labels, let's say, but you need to know Word and at least know how to turn on the computer. So we work in that sequence of always starting with the basics at the beginning of the semester and moving on to the more areas of interest, let's say, for the individual.
So I noticed you have here. Do you just to join a club? Is it the Emeritus Club that you have that you get a benefit of the club?
Yes, the Emeritus Club basically supports the Emeritus College. All our volunteers are with the Emeritus Club. Joining the club is, I think, it costs an annual fee of $25 a year. However, if you just look at some of the examples of the course, even just the basic course, if you take the course, you pay $50. If you are a Emeritus Club member, you pay $25. So if you just taking this one course per year, you make up the difference in the cost of being a member. And then you also have that open lab that you're invited to on Wednesdays and Fridays.
Oh, so that's like free time.
Yes.
And you can use the computers to
Yes.
learn it. Well, and so there's instructors there as well.
Yes, there are the volunteers there that can help you, and I would say most of the things that you're doing. We don't know everything everything that so that if you come in with something very specific on an iPad, I don't know too many people that would be able to help you.
Oh, so I know the brochure here you have. Are these for the rest of the classes for the rest of the year?
Yes, our semester currently we're running from about January to the summer, and then from the summer to December. So that's generally the way we've been running it, and that's the cycle. If you look at it, we always go from the beginning, the basic classes, to the more advanced or areas of interest.
I see. And so it's an annual fee for the Emeritus College of, you said, how much was it?
$25.
$25. And so I noticed here your price per class is about $75. But if you have the Emeritus Club, if you pay the annual fee, it's only $50. So you save $25 right there. Wow, it's interesting. Okay. And so what are some of the more popular classes?
Well, the Microsoft Office classes like Word and Excel has been traditionally the more popular ones. The ones that have been really popular recently have been in the iPad area. We just started that because we felt that there was a lot of interest there.
Yeah.
And I think we've been that class probably generates the most students. And even with the iPad, there's so many things you can do with it. So we can only go over the basics, and we're looking at potential down the road of maybe creating special classes focusing around certain applications. So we may make it maybe more specific and see if there's interest in it.
I coach a boy. His father works for Apple at the Alamona Shopping Center. I should see if they would have any. Have you ever talked to Apple Store, see whether they'd be helped to volunteer?
No, we haven't. We've talked about it amongst ourselves, but I'm just guessing that most local people and for us old people, we don't want to go over and ask for people for help, I guess, as a point. But we're looking at it, and we're saying maybe we should start looking at getting help from the other people like Microsoft and Apple that can help us become better helpers.
Yeah, well, I work with one of our IT guys with the magazine, a friend of mine downtown, and I'm more tech savvy than probably the average consumer, but still I learn things, and some basic things I haven't really learned. Like I bought I had an iPhone, and I switched over to my Samsung Note 5 or 4. I have here 4, and I learned some new things about Apple products versus Samsung, and I think they're both great. It's just little different things about how ease of use that are interesting to know about. In fact, you might want to have a class about how to use an iPhone and different things on your phone, because I had to learn how to put my email on here.
Oh, yes.
You know, I have 3 emails on here. But I have a 4th email for my other business that I'm looking at putting on, but I have a hard time even doing that. But that's something because it's good to be connected. I mean, my father just got an iPhone, and and he's 87. So it's amazing. My mom stays away from it, but
well, yeah, like you said that even in helping with the previous iPad class, I was just there helping in the background, and I learned I learned a few things that I thought was really interesting, which I applied using my iPhone, and one of them was to take pictures, and it helped me. Like when I went to last trip to Vegas,
yeah.
when I rented the car, first thing I did was went in the front of the car and took a picture of the car and the license plate, and took a picture of the back of the car with the license plate, because I can always have a hard time remembering what my rental car license is.
That's a smart move. I'm going to use that because first of all, I'm colorblind. So if I have like a gray, beige, they all look the same to me. And you know, all these rental cars, they have 100 of the standard cars they have over there. That's very smart.
And then I also went to those large Vegas parking lots like MGM that looks like 4 football fields.
Yes.
I'll park my car under one of the signs and take a picture of that sign. So when I come back out and I can't find my car, at least I can ask someone. I show them the picture and say, "Could you point me to this area?" And that's been really helpful.
That's going to be your next popular class. How to use your smartphone. Because, I mean, it's amazing how many uses, some basic uses like that.
Yeah. And even like doing the taking a picture of what appears on your screen. So I went and did Trader Joe's in Vegas, and then had all the addresses, and then took a picture of that, so it stays as a picture on my iPhone, and then we can go in using that TomTom or the GPS system to go and find a place. Yeah.
There's so many applications, but that might be something, because I think the key thing with a lot of the retirees or seniors is just they're so afraid of technology, and it's some basic things like that is very, very easy.
Yeah, I like I said, I've jokingly told some of the seniors that you should come to us, because don't go to your kids or your grandkids and ask them, because when they tell you how to do something for the 10th to the 12th time, there's a little attitudes that to come into play, and because they're related to you, there's going to be a little bit attitude back to them, and I say after a little while there's only attitude. So why don't you join us, and we just take it slow, and you can learn things.
Wow, they're talking above you, and they think you know some more basic things when a lot of seniors don't, and you have to take your time as well.
Oh, absolutely. Because I've seen on my grandchildren that's like sometimes like 3 or 4 years old, and they have like a pretend screen, and you can see them striking the screens, moving with the finger movements, and I would have never thought of something like that.
Yeah. But I think you might want to think about a class on how to use a smartphone. I don't know. Do you have an iPhone?
Yes.
Okay. So I know iPhones have what's called FaceTime, and that's a really good application as well.
Yes. I don't know how to use it yet. I'm still a learner. I would say when I got my iPhone maybe a year ago, I would say if you went by battery life percentage, 100% was using it as a cell phone. So I would charge it maybe every 3-4 days, or maybe 3 times every 2 weeks. Now that I've become accustomed to using it as on the internet, doing searches, I also have a definition application and a translator, translating from English to Japanese.
Really? There's an app for that?
Oh yeah, and it's
is that a free app?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yes, and
wow, I like that one.
Yeah, I thought I just saw it somewhere. I can't remember where, and I downloaded it. I was trying to learn how to download things too, and once I got it, I went and I said something. I picked the Japanese to English, and I said something in Japanese, and I got the English version, and I switched it. I said something in English and got the Japanese word for it.
Really?
And I saw it. I thought, let me try this again. And I there's different methods. I just picked the voice method instead of writing things down. And then I thought, let me try this. And I tried what little German I can remember from like 50 years ago being stationed there. And I tried some words, and it came out in English. And I thought, hey, that's not so bad. I can remember, like 50 years ago, I think.
Well, if they're free apps, I mean, you can, if you travel a lot, that might be a great class to tell people that when you travel, if you're going to go abroad, there are some free applications that you might want to have.
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
I'm going to use that because I like to go to Europe, and I've been there to Paris and Rome, and so next time I go.
Yeah, so if you can have someone speaking into your iPhone in their native language, and it'll come back in English.
But they must have those kind of apps for any kind of a phone, though, right?
I would guess so. Yeah, I'm just familiar with iPhone because I've been using it and experimenting with that.
Well, like I said, your next class should be how to use your iPhone because it is a lot easy. It is easier to use than a Samsung. Samsung has more bells and whistles, but so it takes a little bit more to learn, but it can do a lot more than an iPhone. But an iPhone is very popular because of the fact that it is so easy to use. Anyway, we're here with Ed Yomimono from the Honolulu Community College's Emeritus College Seniors Computer Workshops. And what's the best way for them to get a hold of you guys? Did it go on your internet, your phone number?
Well, we have several ways, and one is we have our website.
Yeah.
It's called. Should I?
Yeah.
Just, okay. It's pcatt.org/emeritus.
So PCAT. What's PCAT?
PCAT is that's the organization. I forgot what what it stands for, but it basically is. It stays in the area of the technical area that they work with on the evening classes and the non-credit classes.
Okay, so it's PCAT.org/emeritus, and that'll give you a whole list of actually the schedule for June to December 2015 workshops. Just give you an idea, you have Windows Basics, you have how to use your email, your first internet experience, Excel for beginners, Word for beginners and intermediate, graphics, address labels are good, iPad basics, scanning photos, which would be really good. I know you go throughout the year, but Emeritus College, and so you're over at the Honolulu Community College, the fourth floor of building number 2.
Correct.
And is there a phone number they can call by any chance?
Yes, they can call the non-credit registration office, which is 845-9296.
I see there. It's right there in Dillingham. But so, yeah, your location is great. And the parking is right across the street at Costco. There's a small parking lot when you drive in off of Dillingham, take a left there. Right there on the left, there's a little parking lot that you can go in there and park. So, and we want to cover this, but there's a workshop coming up, Social Security 101 workshop coming up July 23rd. It's from 11 to 12:30 at the Honolulu Community College, and Social Security is going to be there. Jane Briggs will be joining you there. So that's really good. So it's July 23rd, and I believe that's a Saturday? July 23rd. Let me just check that date there. Yeah. Actually, July 23rd is a Thursday, and it's 11 o'clock to 12:30 at the Honolulu Community College, Emeritus College there. And I guess they're going to teach you how to, the various Social Security programs and online services there.
Yes, to create your online account. And I believe that's the reason for the partnership, is so that we have on the fourth floor, we have like a classroom that can hold about 30 to maybe 40 people, and they'll be presented, the information we presented there. Then for the people that want to create their account, they can just cross the hall and come into our open lab, and we will help them. Jane will provide the training on accessing or creating their accounts, and we are also, the volunteers will be also helping you with using the computers if you're not familiar with computers.
Good. We're here with Ed Yomimono from the Emeritus College that's based out of the Honolulu Community College. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back.
Percy Ihara from Generations Radio. If you have any questions or want to be part of our discussion, give us a call at 296-5467. That's 296-5467. This is Generations Radio on AM 690 The Answer.
Hallelujah! Today's devotion is entitled, Set Me Free to Follow You, from Colossians 2:28. See to it that no one takes you captive through philosophy and empty deception, according to the tradition of men, according to the elementary principles of the world, rather than according to Christ. Had Jesus followed the traditions of men, he would never have talked to the immoral Samaritan woman. In doing so, he would have broken at least 3 cultural taboos. My Japanese culture can also hinder my walk with God. Such concepts as obligation to return gifts, shame about what others think, and holding back, not being honest about what I really want. To break free of my cultural baggage, I must allow God's word to transform my mind to think and act according to God's ways. This is Russ Higa, pastor of Streams of Life Fellowship in Manoa Valley, with the Word of the Week.
I was an addict from the age of 13. I finally decided it was time for a change. I walked into the Salvation Army Adult Rehabilitation Center, and that got me ready for the real world. Now, I choose to be guided by Jesus Christ, and today, I'm building a powerful and promising future, free from drugs and alcohol.
Please shop at the Salvation Army family stores. With our discounted sales, your support through your purchase helps men live a clean, sober, and productive life.
Simplify your life by opening a My Social Security account. What's My Social Security? It's a secure, online account that allows you immediate access to your personal Social Security information. During your working years, you can use My Social Security to view your Social Security statement, to check your earnings record and see estimates of the future retirement, disability, and survivor benefits you and your family may receive. If you receive benefits, you can get a benefit verification, check your benefit and payment information, change your address and phone number, and even change your direct deposit information. Open a My Social Security account today and simplify your life. Just visit www.socialsecurity.gov/myaccount. While you're online, check out all the other things you can do at www.socialsecurity.gov.
Today, more than ever, we local people are living longer than any other state in the Union, with more seniors, baby boomers, and caregivers. Generations Radio promotes the importance to be proactive as we all age. The radio team will focus on issues facing our seniors and their families, finding resources to navigate healthy aging along with financial, legal, and caregiving information. So join Percy Ihara from 5 until 6 each Saturday, right here on AM 690 The Answer. Focusing on the issues facing our seniors and their families today. Here's our Generations Radio host, Percy Ihara.
Welcome back. We're here with Ed Yomimono from the Honolulu Community College's Emeritus College and the specific seniors computer workshop. So, Ed, thanks for being here. Now, you have classes throughout the year, some basic classes specifically for seniors, but I like the fact that all your volunteers are seniors as well.
Yes. Like I said, we come from all different kinds of background, and most of the people that come to the classes are they're mostly local people. They in their, I would say, at least 50 years old, and for a while we were having a lot of women that were born in Japan. And I guess they're married Americans.
Uh-huh.
So although they've been in the United States and Hawaii for a long time, they still feel more comfortable speaking Japanese.
So you have a Japanese?
Well, we
volunteer?
had classes taught in Japanese, and all our keyboards can type kanji characters.
All your computers?
Yes, so
Wow.
that wherever you can type an alphabet, you can type by kanji character.
Wow, that's
so
great.
yeah, so that either as an email or in that let's say the slideshow class.
Mm-hmm.
In the slideshow class, you can where normally you would put in comments and all that. Comments can be there. They'll all be in kanji characters.
Oh, we got to get you hooked up with Kiku TV and let those people over there know.
My understanding is we've been asked, but no one can speak. No one that has the
Fluent
ability to speak Japanese is willing to go on the show.
Are they fluent enough?
Oh yeah, and they've asked me many times because I was helping quite a few of them create their Yahoo Japan account, and everything comes out in Japanese characters,
Yeah.
and I cannot speak or read Japanese, so I would have to have at least two of them sitting next to me, explaining to me what are all the things that are appearing in red, all the error messages.
Oh, well, I'll try and work on that. I think that'd be a great way to get more Japanese nationals or Japanese speaking, because there's a lot here in Hawaii, and you're one of the few places I know that can do that on a bigger scale.
Yeah, and that just happened because we were having so much people come in wanting to use it to send emails back to Japan.
Yeah. Well, I know Phyllis, the general manager over there, and maybe you should put it. He send me an email, and maybe for their community calendar, we can promote it there. You know, they do a community calendar every week.
Yeah, I believe, and this was about maybe 10 years ago. There was a person that went on the I guess the radio show where they have comments from the public, and that's what initiated all those things. I guess she had such a good time working with us that she called a radio station, and then that's what started this whole bunch of people coming in.
Oh, good. Well, yeah, if you want to get more, let me know. I'll try and help you out. But as you guys know, in our August-September issue coming out in early August, and we'll be distributing this issue at the big senior fair the last weekend in September. We are going to have an article about the Emeritus College over at Honolulu Community College. And guys, these are special classes just for seniors that would teach you some basic things about computers. And I like your iPad workshop there. So hopefully maybe next year you'll have a class just for smartphones.
Oh, I'm sure we're gonna look at it, and we're gonna see what can we do. The other end is we need to find the volunteers that are capable enough to teach a class, and that's where I think maybe what you brought up earlier. I'm definitely gonna talk to some of the people and see if we can approach the Apple people and the Microsoft people, if they can help sort of train the trainers type of thing.
Yeah,
that,
let me
that
know.
Can promote their.
I know one of the general managers over at Apple Store, the Ala Shopping Center.
Oh, we'll do. We'll do.
But I mean, you're a senior yourself. You're what? Are you 70?
74.
Wow, congratulations! You're still going strong. And how many classes do you teach, Ed?
Well, I've been teaching about 3 or 4 classes. I teach an email class, and I teach that. We just had we're having a scanner class, but I don't believe too many people signed up for it. But I'm encouraging people, because most of the people that are our age, the pictures that you have are not digitized. They're all printed. So why don't we scan it in and digitize the thing so you can put it on a computer?
But you have to have a scanner, though.
Yes, we have a scanner. So
you do?
We have a class, and we'll teach you how to scan. And then once you learn how to scan, then you can come into that open lab and bring all your pictures in to scan.
All right.
And
that is harder.
Yeah, and then I have I do a slideshow class, so you can create slideshow with pictures, music, and things like that. So I encourage people to bring their cameras in with the memory stick, and then we can just attach the memory stick to the computer and just download all the pictures.
Oh, that's right. That'll be easier, yeah.
Yeah, it makes it so much easier.
So how often are your classes, Ed?
I guess about going per semester, so I would say maybe 4 for every semester. And I generally do the same class over again in the following semester.
So each class has about 4 classes?
Yes.
Oh, that's great. That's great. And most of them are weekday, I see here. Most of them are weekdays, right?
Yes. Since I'm the monitor for the open lab on Fridays. My classes are all Friday mornings, so the people can come in and we can have we can get together Friday afternoon, so I can help them more on a one-on-one basis at that time.
Oh, great. And so you have what's called Open Lab, and when is that one? You said it's Wednesdays and Fridays.
Wednesdays and Fridays, starting at 12, ending at 2:30. And Open Lab just means that you can come in there and use the computer and do whatever, whatever you need to do, so that there is no structure to it.
So it's basically free time to use the computers.
Yes.
And there'll be instructors there to teach you, assist you in whatever you need.
Yeah. So if you need some help in an area, you can come in and we can help you out. Or for some seniors, they don't have access to a computer, and they find that it's much easier to come over to our open lab than go to the state library.
Have you now? We distribute Generations magazine throughout to all the state libraries. Have you promoted your workshops to the libraries at all?
Yes, we have. It's one of the areas that we whenever we produce our flyer, we drop it off there at the library. They seem to have their own distribution system.
Right, they do.
So at the main library, we drop it off and basically just have the envelopes marked with the different library names on it, and they in turn will pass it out.
Oh, great. And so let me ask. So can I ask you, how old is the oldest senior you've ever had there?
I believe only because on our last showing when we having they were interviewing one of our members, and I believe she said she was 90 something.
Wow. Still going strong. Still want to learn about computers. Huh?
Yes. She's very very active, and shows up at all a lot of our showings. In addition to always showing up at our annual luncheon.
That's good. Well, you have an annual luncheon too. For the club.
Yes, for the Emeritus College, we have our at least an annual luncheon, and we try to have at least maybe one or two activities during the year, especially when there is no classes at HCC, so there's ample parking and ample rooms that we can use.
Well, let me know. I'm a big supporter of computers for seniors, and if there's any way we can help out to promote it, but also maybe if we have some resources, we have connections with computer people that we can help you out, and maybe have some people come and talk to your group.
Definitely.
That'd be really good.
Yes, I'm pretty sure once I get back, and I'm gonna talk to the active members and saying let's go do something.
Yeah. Also, how to protect your phone. I just had lunch with a good old friend of mine, actually an old roommate of mine who works for internet security for a very major large company. He lives in North Carolina, but he was telling about all the different things about internet security that would be informational for your seniors.
Oh, definitely.
I mean, yeah, everybody's afraid of paying online, things like that, but there's ways to protect yourself, because it's basically anything online can be hacked into. Pretty much, he told me.
I think so, because you look at the large government security systems have been hacked.
Yeah. So there's certain ways to protect yourself financially. As long as you check your account once a month, if somebody uses your credit card, as long as you let the bank know, they actually will pay the whole bill.
Yeah. Yeah, they've been good at it.
And there's different ways to make your account. If you I pay everything online. There's different triggers they can use. Like for certain credit cards, you can put up a fraud alert. Anything worth $300, $500, $1,000, they'll send you an email or a text if somebody uses your card, or if your wife uses your card, buy that $1,000 bag. But what's the easiest way to? So can people check out the classes?
Oh yes. If you mean
to see what they're like.
I guess you can come in. I'm pretty sure if you ask, we'd be more than happy to have you sit in on the class. I'm assuming that we have a space in the class. Okay. So I'm pretty sure that could happen. And you can also call the registration office and see if they can contact us and coming over to take a look at our facilities. Mm-hmm. So you can come over even if you have not signed up for a class, or not even a member, that you just want to check the facilities out. Oh. I think they would see that it's one of the best facilities I've seen for older adults. I've taught classes at some of the adult education places like on the high schools, and there is no comparison because we have the brand new computers, but in addition to that, the instructor's computer through a overhead projector displays everything on a wide screen in the front of the classroom.
Wow.
So the instructor can let you know what they're gonna do. They can do it, and people can watch it. So
Really?
you
That's
can
cool.
actually see. Yeah. So you don't have to go and tell the person to, okay, look in the upper right hand corner. Or you can actually show them, and the instructor will do it once, and then the class members can do it. In addition, if they still are having difficulty, we have the volunteer assistant instructors, usually one per role, helping the instructor.
Oh, that's good. I think so you can register. Can you register online, or you have to go down to the Emeritus College to register?
You can register online. However, a lot of our people in the beginning, and as a beginner, might have difficulty in doing that.
Right.
So I would recommend they can also go to the registration office. That's on the 5th floor, and you can register for classes, or on the flyer. In back of the flyer, there's a form that you can register for. You can use to register for your classes.
Right, I see that here, and luckily you guys are located on the 4th floor because there's only one building above 2 floors, right?
Well, there are only two.
Two.
One is the library.
Oh, okay.
And one is the one with the
Bookstore on the bottom. So it's go up to the 4th floor, but you said registration on the 5th floor.
Yes.
Okay, I see. And the cost is $50 to join the club.
Oh, 25.
I'm sorry, $25 per year to join,
year,
but then you get a discount immediately on the first class you take.
Yes.
Oh wow.
So one of the recommendations I tell people is if this is your first time going in there, when you register for a course, tell them you want to also register to become a member, so you have your immediate discount.
Plus, they're probably going to take more than one course anyway.
Oh yes.
On average.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
I find that most people will take several courses throughout the year, especially as they find more areas of interest. When they first start, definitely just taking the basics, learning how to turn the computer on, and getting onto your websites. But after that,
Email.
Email, and then like you mentioned about creating your return address mailing labels, and you can put pictures, make it and decorate it, and even there's a calendar class which is generally given towards the end of the year, and I tell people that you can put pictures. You know how you have your pictures on the calendar. You can put pictures of your grandkids and whatever they did in their school. And I always kiddingly tell them to go ahead, and if you're gonna pass the calendar to your family, always put in your birthday on the calendar, so everybody would know when your birthday is.
Well, that's really good because that's very true. Like we have a large family, and so we have once a month we have our birthday dinner, because before we used to celebrate everybody's birthday, so we had 20 something at one point. So more than once a month we'd have dinner. So now it's only once a month, and so like July had like 5 birthdays in July. So we try to, and everything's done by email. So it's really good for the seniors out there that maybe have children in the mainland as well. Yeah.
Yes.
So they can email pictures and things like that.
Oh yes, that's where this scanning thing has come in, because they can take pictures. Just digitizing your pictures and then downloading it downloading from a camera. And once you get into your computer, then you can attach it to the email and send it to all your friends.
So do you have email on your smartphone?
Yes, I can access my email. I generally use the smartphone just to look at what email I have and see if I can respond with a short. I have difficulty using that touch keyboard.
Yeah, me too. I was a BlackBerry user for many years, and I was really afraid when with BlackBerry, they had problems, and so everybody started switching over. I had a hard time switching over, but I eventually bit the bullet and switched to iPhone. And I'll tell you, iPhones are so easy to use. Until I got my Samsung here, so you're aware that you can take a picture on your phone, And you can email it out, right?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. And you can even text it out to a phone number.
Right.
Right.
Well, that's great for people to have friends, relatives on the mainland as well.
Oh yeah, and my last trip, I found it most convenient where my daughter was telling us to go to getting a certain kind of chips, and we couldn't figure out the name and this and that. So she sent a picture of it. Then I went to the store and I just showed the people the picture, and they pointed out what I can get.
Oh yeah.
It's just so much easier.
Well, and my wife likes to buy me clothes. So after a while, about in the last 10 years, I tell them, don't buy any more clothes unless I see it first. So I said, take a picture of the shirt or the pants, email it to me because I have it on my phone here. I said, let me take a look at it first. Otherwise, she wastes money.
Yeah.
So she bought me some underwear. I was like, I don't wear that kind of underwear anymore. So, but thanks you so much. So it's Emeritus College. It's located at Honolulu Community College, the 4th floor of the building that has the bookstore on the bottom.
Correct.
Yeah. And again, your phone number, Ed. Your phone number they can reach at
for the registration.
Yeah, registration.
Office? Yes, it's 845-9296.
And your website there?
My website is pcatt.org/emeritus.
And after that, you're going to get a whole list of all the workshops throughout the end of the year. But also, tell us again about what's happening on July 23rd, which is a Thursday.
Well, we'll be having as I said, the Social Security workshop, and according to the text that I have, it says that you create, eligibility requirements, and you can look at, I guess, various Social Security programs, and in addition to create your own Social Security account, so you can have access to, I guess, all your historical information on amounts of, I guess, income that you've created since whenever you started working.
Yeah, and because they don't mail out your annual statement anymore, do they?
I don't think so. I thought they said they were gonna mail it out, but only once every 5 years.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
So,
And when I went and looked at it, I thought it was really interesting in that I looked at what I was making when I was a private in the Army, and my annual income was almost $1,200. So that means I wasn't making $100 a month.
Wow, that's great, Ed. Anyway, Ed Yomimono from the Emeritus College, thank you so much. I appreciate you coming in. Yeah, tell all your friends or family. They can probably bring their kids as well, but these are classes just for seniors, computer classes, over at the Emeritus College that's housed over at the Honolulu Community College there on Dillingham Boulevard. And it's throughout the end of the year, so go to their website, pcatt.org/emeritus. Has a whole list of workshops, some basic workshops for seniors regarding your computer. So, and then look out for the next article in our August-September issue regarding these programs. So, Ed, thank you so much. I appreciate you, and we'll get together soon if you need some more resources for them. Anyway, we're here every Saturday from 5 to 6, Sunday from 3 to 4 here on AM 690, The Answer. And as well, as you guys know, all these radio tapings will be on our website at generations808.com. So anyway, as you guys know, the magazine is out and about now with the Sandwich Generation stories, our June-July issue. And go to our website as well for distribution points. But as you pick up a magazine, look on page 3. We have locations all over the island and now throughout the state through the library system, all the YMCAs. Big Island KTA, thank you so much, Derek, over at KTA. They're flying off the racks in Hilo and Kona there. But the YMCA, Big City Diner, thank you to them. And as I said, on page 3, you have over 100 locations, and we have 5 locations downtown for you professionals that are working downtown. But anyway, thank you so much, Ed. So anyway, look out for the August-September issue coming out, which will feature the 4 area agencies on aging for every island. We're going to cover the 4 islands, all the senior programs out there in our August-September issue. And as well, August 15th is our 9th annual Aging in Place. And lastly, we do have a Facebook page, which I was going to tell you about. It's Generations on Facebook, and please like us. Anyway, we'll see you next week. Aloha and live well.